years ago, as the 2016 election loomed over us, I was compelled to start making political videos. But my concern was not primarily politics. My opinions regarding good government are most inspired and driven by a concern for human rights, constitutional principles, science-based information, the secular ideals of the Enlightenment, a reverence for actual facts as opposed to alternative facts, and the moral imperative enshrined in the writings of Jefferson in particular to keep religion and politics partitioned. As a skeptic, atheist, anti-theist, free-thinking secularist devoted to these various principles, the choice presented in 2016 was clear to me. And I think I've been vindicated over the last 3 years by endless examples of an administration uninterested in any of the ideals listed above. The strange thing to me is how much heat I've taken from fans of the Mr. Deity Show and The Way of the Mister. To me, my political videos are simply the logical outgrowth of my secular anti-theist videos. Frankly, I find it hard to see things otherwise, but now things have become even more clear. Days after the vote to impeach the president, Mark Galli, editor of the centrist evangelical magazine Christianity Today, wrote a scathing editorial calling for the president's removal from office. Quote, "None of the president's positives can balance the moral and political danger we face under a leader of such grossly immoral character," end quote. The editorial called the president profoundly immoral and pointed out the ethical incompetence to which we've all grown accustomed. What's most telling about the editorial is not CT's grossly belated surrender to moral courage, but the president's response. And this is where I want to challenge my fellow non-believers and secularists who've been bothered by my political videos opposing this president. Here are 2 lines from the president's response to the CT editorial, as posted in separate tweets. First, quote, "No president has done more for the evangelical community, and it's not even close." Second, "No president has ever done what I have done for evangelicals and religion itself." It's rare when this happens, but I couldn't agree more with this president. No one has done more for evangelicals and religion itself, which makes me wonder how those of you who share my anti-theist views, the views most articulately expressed by the late Christopher Hitchens, can do anything but stand up to this president and his army of profoundly immoral evangelicals. Hashtag redundant. If you agree with me that religion does indeed poison everything and is the single greatest threat to the world in this age of possible annihilation, either via the use of nuclear weapons or our ignoring of the science-based findings regarding climate change, how exactly can you expect me to embrace any other position than the one I hold regarding this president? And how can you not join me? I genuinely don't understand. If this video is speaking to you, please take a moment to leave a comment. Help me wrap my head around this incongruity. Few things in my life have ever been so clear to me. But I have been profoundly wrong about things in the past. I was a Mormon for Hitchens' sake. So perhaps you can persuade me otherwise, or at least bridge the divide in some small way, if not entirely. Thank you in advance for your time, and I'll see you in the comments section. Hey gang, thanks again for watching, especially for watching one of my political videos. I know there are quite a few of you who have a love-hate relationship with me, enjoying Mr. Deity and The Way of the Mister videos while hating my Mr. D Goes to Washington offerings. This video was a bit of an attempt to understand. But the real reason I'm here is to tell you that there is a new Mr. Deity video available for viewing right this second if you're into that kind of thing. It's available on my Patreon page. In fact, all of my videos are available weeks before you see them here on YouTube, without ads or even a begging segment. Though I usually repost at least one video every month with the begging segment included because so many of you prefer my BS to my actual shows. To which I say, Whatever makes your knickers rise, right? Additionally, and I think you'll be happy about this if you hate my political leanings, whenever I post a political video on Patreon, I always make sure it's the 4th video posted each month. So you can set your preferences to support only 3 videos per month and never feel like you're promoting the views of a libtard like me who's nearly single-handedly responsible for the demise of civil discourse and a great democracy. I call that win-win, win-win-win-win-win, win-win-win, win followed by a figure 8 sign on its side because it's just an infinite amount of win for both of us, but especially for me. And I know that's what you're most interested in. To those of you supporting my shows in whatever way you can, you know what I'm going to say. Thank you, 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 and I'll see you again next week.